This wooden item has a handle at an angle and pointy ends. It's obviously designed to hold something securely, but what? This wooden implement is a carving rack, specifically designed as a roast meat or ham holder. Its purpose is to securely hold a large joint of meat, such as a roast, a ham, or a turkey, while it is being carved. The pointy metal or wooden tines at the ends are pressed into the meat, holding it firmly in place and preventing it from sliding around on the cutting board. This frees up the carver's hands to slice the meat safely and evenly. The angled handle provides a comfortable grip for stabilizing the entire rack during the carving process. This strange cylinder is permanently stuck to the back of a chair. All the chairs in the room have one just like it, and it can't be removed. Is it some kind of mechanism for stacking the chairs, or perhaps a place to hang a handbag? It seems to be a very deliberate, if mysterious, part of the chair's design. What do you think this feature was used for? What you've found is a vintage chair hat holder. Commenters recall seeing similar chairs in old village halls, where gentlemen would hang their hats on these posts during meetings or events. While it might seem odd today, in an era when most men wore hats as part of their daily attire, having a dedicated spot to place one's hat was a practical and thoughtful design feature. It kept the hat off the floor and out of the way, preventing it from being damaged or soiled. This simple cylinder is a charming nod to the social customs of a bygone era. Discovered in the backyard of a California home purchased in the late 1960s, this massive steel device is about 7 feet long and features 5 heavy cylindrical rollers. The property was once part of an orchard before being redeveloped after World War II. It seems likely this is an old piece of farm equipment that was simply left behind, but what exactly is it? What purpose did these heavy rollers serve in an orchard setting? This large steel device is a cultipacker, a piece of farming equipment traditionally pulled behind a tractor or draft animals. Its primary function is to prepare a seed bed for planting. After plowing or tilling, the soil is often left loose and clumpy. The heavy ridged rollers of the cultipacker are designed to crush clods of dirt, firm up the soil, and create a smooth, even surface. This ensures good seed-to-soil contact, which promotes better germination and helps retain moisture in the ground. Finding one in a former orchard suggests it was used to manage the soil between the fruit trees. Found in a churchyard in Cyprus, this unusual wooden item is suspended by chains. Its shape is not immediately recognizable as a standard piece of church equipment. Is it a decorative element, a part of a larger structure, or something with a specific liturgical function? The use of wood and chains in an outdoor church setting makes it particularly intriguing. Does anyone know what this could be? This wooden object is a cimantron, a traditional percussion instrument used in Eastern Orthodox monasteries to summon monks to prayer. Essentially, a wooden bell, a cimantron consists of a long, heavy plank of wood suspended by chains. It is struck with wooden mallets to produce a rhythmic, resonant sound that carries throughout the monastery grounds. The use of a cimantron often precedes the ringing of metal bells and is considered a more somber and ancient call to worship. This tradition dates back centuries and is still practiced in some monasteries, especially in Greece, Cyprus, and Eastern Europe. This shiny, lightweight, almost metallic, gravel-like substance keeps reappearing on top of a wood-burning stove. No matter how many times it's cleared away, more of it appears. It seems to be falling down the chimney, possibly dislodged by wind or even birds at the top of the flue. What is this strange, lightweight, gravel-like material? This shiny, lightweight substance is almost certainly vermiculite. Vermiculite is a natural mineral that, when heated, expands into accordion-like, golden-brown flakes. It is extremely lightweight and fire-resistant, making it an excellent material for insulation. It is very commonly used as a loose-fill insulation in masonry chimneys, especially those with a stainless steel liner. It's simply poured down the chimney to fill the gap between the liner and the original chimney walls. This insulation helps keep the flue gases hot, improving the stove's draft and reducing the buildup of creosote. Small amounts can sometimes get dislodged and fall down onto the stove. Found on the floor after moving into a new place, this tiny piece of plastic is about the size of the tip of a pinky finger. It's white and very light. Its small size and simple shape make it difficult to identify, as it could be a part of almost anything. Do you have those vertical blinds on a sliding glass patio door? The question in the solution is a strong hint. This small white plastic piece is likely a component from a set of vertical blinds, which are often found on sliding glass patio doors or large windows. Specifically, it could be a spacer that links the bottom of the individual blind slats together, forming a chain that helps them stay aligned and move in unison. Alternatively, it could be a small clip or gear from the headrail mechanism that controls the tilting or traversing of the blinds. These tiny plastic parts can become brittle with age and sun exposure, causing them to break and fall off. Spotted multiple times along a country road near Utrecht in the Netherlands, this device spins and has reflective yellow patches on it. Even a local Dutch friend had no idea what it was. Its placement along the roadside and its reflective, spinning nature suggests some kind of warning or deterrent function. What could this be for? While a guess, the most plausible identification is that this is a deer scarer or wildlife warning reflector. These devices are often installed along roads that pass through areas with high populations of deer or other large wildlife. The reflectors are designed to catch the headlights of approaching cars. The light is then reflected off the spinning or multi-sided device at an angle into the woods or fields beside the road. The flashing, unnatural light is intended to startle wildlife near the road's edge, causing them to pause or flee rather than dart out in front of the vehicle, thereby helping to prevent collisions. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit like and subscribe. Your support genuinely helps YouTube's algorithm find more curious explorers like you. Thank you for helping us grow. Stay curious. This yellow foam object, shaped somewhat like an eye mask, was found among cricket gear, though its connection to the sport is doubtful. The finder is wondering if it's just trash to be binned or if it has a specific, perhaps unusual purpose. What could this strange foam piece be? The answer is quite unexpected. This is identified as a foam protector used on the heads of adult or collectible dolls during shipping to prevent the eyes or eye sockets from being damaged. The soft foam is cut to fit over the doll's face, cushioning the delicate eye area against impacts and preventing painted surfaces from being scuffed. The yellow or white color is often chosen to match the doll's skin tone, reducing the risk of darker colored foam bleeding dye onto the doll's vinyl or porcelain. The discovery of cricket gear was purely coincidental. It's a piece of specialized packaging from the world of high-end doll collecting. While excavating for a new build in Michigan, about 50 of these hard, circular stones were found. They were discovered in mostly hard, compacted clay soil at a depth of 1 to 3 feet. Each stone has a little circular mark on it, and they are incredibly hard, even chipping other rocks they are thrown against. The land was formerly an old cow farm. What are these unusually hard, man-made stones? These incredibly hard, circular stones are identified as milling balls. They are used in a type of industrial grinding mill called a ball mill or a tumbler. A ball mill is a large, rotating drum filled with hard grinding media, the balls, and the material to be pulverized, such as clay, ore, or rock. As the drum rotates, the balls tumble and cascade, crushing the material into a fine powder. Given the clay soil and the fact that the property was an old farm, these could have been used in a small-scale operation to pulverize clay for making bricks, tiles, or pottery. The circular marks might be from the manufacturing process of the balls themselves. This heavy metal object was found embedded in a tire after being run over in a parking lot. It has the markings 40 and OI. It weighs 0.425 ounces and measures 1.18 inches long by 3 to 4 inch wide. The object's condition is after being driven on for 12 miles, which speaks to its durability. What is this industrial-looking metal part? A lineman identifies this object as the end cap of a 40-amp high-voltage fuse that has blown and been discarded. High-voltage fuses are used in electrical distribution systems, often on utility poles or in transformer cabinets, to protect equipment from overcurrents. When these fuses blow, they are replaced by linemen. The 40 marking would indicate its amperage rating, 40 amps, and the OI is likely part of the manufacturer's name or code, for example, Ohio Insulator or a similar company. The metal end caps of these fuses are robustly constructed and can easily puncture a tire if left on the ground in a parking lot. Observed in a sulfurous hot spring in the south of France near Andorra were these unusual white filaments. The color is what stands out, as one might not expect to see such bright white growths in a mineral-rich spring. The finder speculates it might be an albino alga. What are these strange white thread-like formations? These white filaments are identified as looking a lot like sulfur bacteria, specifically filamentous sulfur oxidizing bacteria. Certain types of microorganisms, known as chemotrophs, thrive in extreme environments like hot, sulfur-rich springs by deriving their energy from chemical reactions rather than from sunlight. These bacteria oxidize hydrogen sulfide, the source of the rotten egg smell in sulfur springs, into elemental sulfur and sulfates. They often grow in massive colonies or mats, forming long, pale, hair-like filaments that can cover rocks and stream beds, creating a striking visual spectacle. So, rather than an alga, it's a fascinating community of extremophile bacteria. Found on a basement wall, this device has a gauge and looks like some sort of regulator. Why would this be installed in a residential basement, and what can be done with it? What you have is a compressed air regulator and gauge. The regulator is used to control and reduce the pressure of compressed air coming from a tank or compressor to a desired stable output pressure for use with pneumatic tools. The gauge shows this output pressure. Its presence in a basement strongly suggests that a previous owner had a workshop in that space and used an air compressor to power tools like nail guns, impact wrenches, paint sprayers, or blow guns. The regulator and gauge would have been part of the permanent airline installation, allowing them to conveniently plug in and use their tools. Found in a car after guests had been riding in it, this object is about 4 inches long, made of plastic, and has some kind of transparent stuff inside with a slight pink hue. What is this common personal item? This item is identified simply and correctly as lip gloss. Lip gloss is a cosmetic product applied to the lips to give them a glossy luster and sometimes to add a subtle color. It typically comes in a small plastic tube, often with a wand applicator that has a soft tip for applying the product. The gloss itself is a viscous, often transparent or tinted liquid, matching the description of transparent stuff inside with a slight pink hue. It's a very common item for people to carry in their purse or pocket and could easily be dropped or left behind in a car. This heavy machined metal component was found on the ground outside. The finder's best guess is that it might be the bolt from a pistol due to its metallic, mechanical appearance. What is this piece of industrial hardware? This metal component is identified as part number 4 from a Ramset Mastershot .22 caliber powder-actuated tool. A powder-actuated tool, sometimes called a Hilti gun or a Ramset gun, uses a small explosive charge, a .22 caliber blank cartridge, to drive hardened nails or fasteners into hard materials like concrete and steel. It is essentially a firearm designed for construction. The component found is a key part of the tool's firing mechanism or piston assembly. It's a robust piece of hardened steel, designed to withstand the forces of the explosive charge. This object is described as a rubbery, stick-on, blue, card holder-looking thing. What is its purpose, and how is it used? What you have is a stick-on phone wallet holder. These popular accessories are made of a flexible material, usually silicone or a similar stretchy fabric, with an adhesive backing. You stick it directly to the back of your smartphone or phone case. The stretchy pocket it creates is designed to hold a few essential cards, like a credit card, ID, or public transit pass, allowing you to carry your phone and cards together without needing a separate wallet. It's a simple, convenient accessory for minimalism on the go. This item consists of 2 adjustable black strap loops that are attached by 2 smaller straps. All the straps are slightly elastic. What is this piece of apparel or accessory? This item looks like it could be a simple double-strap leg garter. Garters are worn around the thigh to hold up stockings, but they can also be worn as a purely decorative or fashion accessory, often in alternative, goth, or rave styles. The double strap design adds a specific aesthetic. The adjustability and elasticity would ensure a snug fit on the wearer's leg. It would be worn to add a detail to an outfit, often peeking out from under a skirt or shorts. Found in a clothes dryer, this unusual silvery metallic ring is very light. It's a solid, continuous circle and features 4 metallic baubles that can slide freely around the ring. The husband thinks it's jewelry, but the finder disagrees, noting its construction isn't typical for a finger ring. Its presence in the dryer is a complete puzzle. What is this strange ring? This object is not jewelry. It appears to be a type of reusable dryer ball, or more accurately, a dryer ring. These are placed in the clothes dryer along with wet laundry. As the dryer tumbles, the ring and its freely moving baubles bounce around among the clothes. This action helps to separate the garments, allowing hot air to circulate more efficiently, which can reduce drying time. The movement also helps to soften fabrics and reduce static cling without the use of chemical-laden dryer sheets. The baubles might also create a gentle sound to indicate the dryer is running. Found in an old, packed box of kitchen utensils, this tool is likely made of aluminum, feels light, and has a squeeze handle. Its most unusual feature is a strange back wall with holes in it. What is this specific type of juicer designed for? This tool is identified as a lime squeezer, a type of handheld citrus juicer. The design is specific. You place a halved lime, cut side down, into the bowl of the squeezer. When you squeeze the handles, the top part presses down, inverting the lime half and forcing the juice out through the holes in the bottom. The strange back wall with holes is the perforated bowl that allows the juice to pass through while retaining the seeds and pulp. Its lightweight aluminum construction and simple lever design are classic features of these efficient and popular kitchen gadgets. These devices are seen at shin level on the walkways of underground train stations in London, and one was also spotted at torso height on a building wall. Each is slightly larger than an inch in diameter and has a glass window with a mirror inside and some isometric etchings. What are these precisely made optical devices? This device is a survey prism, also known as a retroreflector or a corner reflector. It is a passive optical instrument used by surveyors with high-precision instruments like total stations to measure distances and angles. The prism's design, with 3 mutually perpendicular mirrored surfaces, has the unique property of reflecting any light beam that enters it directly back along a path parallel to the incoming beam. Surveyors place these prisms at points of interest and aim their total station at them. The instrument measures the precise distance and angle to the prism, allowing for the creation of accurate maps and construction layouts. They are often permanently installed to monitor the movement or deformation of structures like tunnels, bridges, and buildings over time. Seen from an airplane while landing at the Salt Lake City airport, this incredibly tall spire dominates the landscape. Its immense height makes it a prominent landmark, but its exact identity and purpose aren't immediately obvious from the air. Is it a communications tower, an observation deck, or something else entirely? The scale alone is truly astonishing. What is this colossal structure near Salt Lake City? This massive spire is the Kennecott Garfield smelter stack, a monumental piece of industrial architecture. Standing at an incredible 15 feet tall, it is the tallest man-made structure west of the Mississippi River and the 4th tallest chimney in the world. Located in Magna, Utah, the stack is part of a smelter that processes copper ore from the nearby Bingham Canyon mine, one of the largest open-pit mines in the world. The stack was built to disperse emissions high into the atmosphere, helping to meet air quality standards. Its sheer size makes it a visible landmark for miles around, including from planes approaching the airport. After opening a window for the first time in months, these mysterious yellow orbs were found on the side of the window frame. An attempt to cut one open revealed it was hard and hollow, ruling out bug eggs. They also didn't leave any powder residue, which makes pollen unlikely. What could these small, hard, hollow spheres be? What you've discovered are most likely desiccant beads that have leaked from the insulating spacer inside a double-pane window. Modern double-glazed windows have a sealed space between the 2 panes of glass, and this space is often filled with an inert gas like argon. Along the inside edge of this sealed unit, a metal or foam spacer contains desiccant material, typically silica gel or clay-based beads, to absorb any residual moisture and prevent condensation or fogging between the panes. When the window's edge seal fails, these tiny beads can escape and collect in the window track. Their presence is a sure sign that the airtight seal has been compromised, meaning the window has lost its insulating value and may begin to fog up. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay curious. More finds coming soon.